JUNE12, Artist in Recovery / Darryl P. Morning, dude. It's 1:23 in the frickin' morning. It's Thursday, the 12th of June, 2025. And I'm dealing with she who must be obeyed this morning. It's like about the third time I've taken her to the damn pads in the apartment where she can do her business, and she's just not doing her business. Yeah, I saw your videos. Interesting street talks that you got there. And you're trying to describe about Bragg and their situation there. A lot of people are worried that they're going to be conditioned into following President Trump or actually swearing an oath of loyalty to him. But they had to be reminded by their commanding officers that they support and defend the Constitution of the United States and its people against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that would be considered a commander-in-chief. He's actually wanting confrontation all the damn time. Well, we had the January 6th situation. Riots would be more like it. He didn't act fast enough, did he? He didn't call out the National Guard. He wanted to see the chaos and confusion, and a hell of a lot of people were reacting to it. Besides psychological observers out there, the shrink community, not to mention everybody else noticed how long the insurrection, I should call it, was happening. Yet he calls our protests and the instigators an insurrection. We're doing it because we don't like what ICE is doing. We get sick and tired, fed up about the damn shit hit and runs. The thing is, I've been trying to figure out, is it targeted? Do they actually have a list working that they're targeting specific individuals and they're finding them? You just don't go out in the middle of a field unless you have an idea who and what you're looking for. And if you have any information that matches up with the target, they're getting them off the streets. But I don't understand the kids, sick kids, old adults, the grandparents, mothers, fathers. There got to be a list somewhere that they're following. You just don't go out to a random area and kidnap the person. You got to have intel. They got to have intel in this crap. And when Trump is talking about sending the guards out, it's not to protect the people. It's to protect his own assets and his own ass on this one. He was trying to make nice to the Bragg people, to the... You gonna whine at me again? Yep. Come back in here so I can whine at you some more. She must be obeyed. There has to be something. There has to be something. I know ICE has their website going, and they can collect intel. People plug in information. Are they targeting specific people because they're illegals, or is somebody else having a conniption fit over these damn people left and right? Come here. Oh, shut up. You don't want belly aching. Yeah, you are belly aching. Madam Fuss Budget. 1 o'clock in the friggin' morning, she doesn't even want to go potty. 3 times on the pads, she doesn't even do anything. I don't know who's worse. Trump and his antics, or her. She's more closer. She's a fuss budget for an elderly lady. I should have been sleeping, but I don't sleep anymore. I cat nap. Maybe an hour or two if I'm lucky every 3 or 4 hours, if I'm allowed by her. This is what happens when you caregiver for a dog. And Bragg, what he was doing is trying to gain popularity. I've been hearing some of the independents and even the corporates talking about it. This guy's really got a narcissistic ego issue at this point where everything has to be centralized around him. Did you realize when he was over at the Kennedy Center, there was mixtures of cheers for him, but there was also opposition in there booing his ass off. And look how he was reacting to it. He was drinking it all in. It doesn't matter if it's good attention, if it's good attention or bad attentions. You know, I could be mean to this dog and she'll still drink it up a little bit. She'll be frustrated, but she wants both kinds of attention. The thing is, she wants attention. Trump wants attention. He wants the chaos and confusion. He wants everything running around him. This is what he wants. Now, I know some of these guys are going back and forth, but also chatterboxing left and right. The independents, and not to mention maybe some of the corporate media, if they're going to be touching this damn thing or not. Don't count on Congress helping us out. Don't count on them. They're Trumplicans / Republicans. They're not going to help us with one goddamn thing. Pardon my language, Lord Almighty. But they're not going to help us with one fucking thing. Johnson's not going to do anything to jeopardize his position, any way, shape, or form. He's not going to piss off Trump. He's not going to piss off Trump. He's going to do whatever Trump says. The Senate is tearing apart the bill. The great, big, beautiful bill. And there's actions in there that are going to be threatening the senators with their constituents. The Republicans, they run every 2 years. They don't give a shit. They know midterms are coming up. They'll still be lying and cheating and bullshitting their constituents. And they know the constituents are fighting back. But how is it the red states are not going insane with the protests? You ever notice that one? Blue states are? Because the blue states are being targeted. The blue states are being targeted. Why? Because sanctuary cities, or sanctuary states, but sanctuary cities, they're getting nailed. And we've got the military hardware coming in. We're starting it off. We're kicking it off. It's not just a parade. It's not just a parade that we're having, artists. Oh, no, 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 no. No, Trump wants the chaos and confusion. He thrives and lives on the damn thing. He claims he's a deal maker. It's the art of the deal. Why do I get a sneaking suspicion this is all part of his damn bullshit in his book? Maybe he's going to be trying to write another book. How to art of the deal of the world. Push their buttons to a point where they're going to be exploding. Find a way to negotiate to where he gets the glory. This is all for his damn ego, one way or another. He lied, cheated, manipulated his way into the second election, much like he probably did it for the first. He couldn't do enough because the midterms come up and took his power away. He's got to realize that his power is going to be taken. That's why he's moving fast on this one. If for when he actually loses the midterms, he ain't going to get the congressional power. He needs it right now. He needs those bills to be passed so he can continue on with his bullshit. You ever notice that? Yeah. That's what the independents kept trying to talk about it left and right. But regular people ain't buying it. Regular people ain't listening to this shit. They're listening to the Fox News and their grift and graft. That's why some of the people are actually making sense at this point over here, hitting points. They're getting nailed off the corporate, winding up as independents. We have never been in a situation like this because we've never had a Trump coming up. But we didn't want this thing to happen in the first place. That's why our founding fathers kept trying to put 3 chambers of our government: executive, legislative, and judicial, all doing checks and balances. Take out the checks and balances, what do you got? Instability. We got oversight committees. You get them stacked and packed with your own people in there. You get stacked and packed into judicial. The executive can go on hog. That's basically what they're doing. We talked about this. We yelled and screamed at people. Independents have. Is everybody else getting the idea of what the hell's going on? Do they understand what's going on? Do they care? That's the problem. Now, we're getting the independents saying that they got responses. Those are doing the No King Day. I don't know about you, but I know I've got about 2 or 3 places that are going to be doing this thing. But here's the catch. There's always a catch. It's on a Saturday, right? It's not a weekend. I mean, it's not on a weekday when I can actually do it. On a weekend, forget it. I'm stuck because of transportation situations. It's faulty as hell out here. Now, I talked to you many times at you through the video. So, I'm going to talk at you again and walk you through the Google of Maps. And you're going to be looking at the Antelope Valley, California. I'll walk you through the pocket version of it. While I'm observing my dog having a conniption fit this morning. If she was just running around and it stops finally at the pads, she can finally get the stuff out of her. But she wants to be a fuss budget. And she's not going outside because her sight's not all that good. Her scent's the only thing that's working, and her ears are shot as hell. But her legs are still working, so she's still got strength left in that body of hers. She thinks it's early. She thinks it's during the daytime. It isn't. It's nighttime. She can't navigate her way out there. Anyway, I'm talking at you. There she goes. Now she's going to start running. Good. As long as I'm up, that'll get her going. Antelope Valley, California. You got the wedge? I'm winding the shot on mine so I can see the wedge. Home sweet home, pal. History lesson? Yeah, you're going to love it, aren't you? We got a transit. It's run by the county of Kern. Trump Town. Managed by Bakersfield. Long while ago, we used to have 7 days a week for extended bus rides here. Well, I was trying to find the words on this one here. We have intercounty transits, meaning within the county they got transits. But the ones who are going from back and forth, the commuter lines, oh yeah, those are the ones being affected at this point. We got 2 lines, 100 and 250. The 100 originates from Bakersfield, goes through the Tehachapi passes, heads all the way over through Mojave, and then through Rosamond, and then Lancaster, city of Lancaster. And they have the sporadic, very sporadic runs, limited as they are. They go back and forth on that one, but the constant is the one that runs from Mojave through Rosamond to Lancaster. That's the 250. There's another bus that runs from Cal City, gets into Mojave, drops off there. But for the most part, the 250 is the one between Rosamond, which is my home, to Lancaster, which used to be my home a long time ago. And Monday through Friday, it's consistent. And the Saturdays, they maybe have about 2 or 3 spots coming down through Mojave into Lancaster, and then return trips. Wonderful when it comes down for major shopping trips if you need them. And also if you need to do anything else on a Saturday, you have to keep time and track of the buses. But Sunday was always the option of just the 100 going through Bakersfield into Lancaster. Well, they took that out until further notice. Now, they have the No King Day on the 14th, and they are running the sporadic buses. Now, here's my catch for this one. It's going to be triples. Much like you enjoy a nice spring warm day, probably on days like this for June. Maybe. Me, on the other hand, on Saturday, we're pulling triples, and on Sunday, we're going to be pulling another triple, 102. Just getting screen prints. What the temperatures are like. Right now, it's a current 73 degrees. Balmy, but it's still working. But because it is triples, it's kind of dangerous for some of us folks to stay out there in the sun who can't stand it very much. That's why I'm not doing a No King's Day outside. I'll do it inside if I have to. And bother myself like crazy just being a pain in the ass about it. But I'm not going to give that sorry son of a bitch an excuse to celebrate his frickin' birthday. And feed his damn ego. If I was living in Washington, D.C., I still wouldn't. I'd just find me a place to go to. Let's see some of this. Now, how is it going to be in Washington? Washington, D.C., I wonder. So what's the temperature going to be during that time, I wonder? Weather.com. And they just want to see whether or not we actually have weather out in the D.C. area. Ooh, that's a brisk 22. That's nice. Okay. So here's a question. What is it going to be when it's going to be on that kind of a time? Oh, I don't know. Be pretty damn nippy. I mean, 22 is a pretty nippy thing. It's a little past freezing point, don't you think? We don't have to get that until wintertime. Daily. Come on, daily. Give me daily. Well, it's going to be about in the 20s today. And the computer won't give me a forecast of what it's going to be. Because it's being a pain in the ass at this point. But I wanted to find out what was it going to be, on Saturday. Well, I can't get that information, can I? Damn pain in the ass. I'll clear that out. I don't know, maybe a nice 60 degrees out there. Who knows? I mean, 22 degrees is pretty freaking cold, don't you think? I mean, even you would agree to that. That's pretty cold. I mean, out here in California, yeah, we'd be experiencing that up in the mountains while we have cold spells coming through. They'll get the freeze, and they'll get the snow and ice and snowing and skiing and stuff. Out here, we just get chilled. But this week we're climbing it up on the scales, so 70s are comfortable enough. 73 is comfortable enough. But once the triples hit it, no way. Everything's melted. And I'm not dealing with that kind of crap. And I wanted to let you know, yeah, I've been watching your stuff. Just seeing what the hell you've been doing. Interesting way of changing tactics. You look at the followers but don't get monetized on TikTok, and yet you get monetized but for very little followers on YouTube. Gee, I wonder why that is. With everything else happening these days. We're dealing with a hell of a lot that we've never dealt with before in our lifetimes, my friend. That not even our time spent in program prepared us for it. I mean, hell, nobody in program ever prepares you for shit like this. Nobody. Bill W., Dr. Bob, they weren't prepared. They were dealing with life on life's terms. And yeah, they did formulate the principles necessary, borrowing from pieces left or right until we got to 12 steps. It's those guiding principles that we follow left and right that try to help us 1 minute at a time. For the most part, we get the daily reprieve if we're lucky enough. And I feel grateful that she's still alive and she's still whining her head off. And still able to walk around over here belly aching to me all the damn time. She'll follow me by scent, and I gotta drag her ass over here and she'll whine about it. Yeah, well, you're the one with belly aching. Yeah, you are. Yeah, well, you're the one belly aching this morning. What the hell's wrong with you? Oh, give it a rest. Give it a rest. I can't go to sleep until you go to sleep. Who sleeps? I sure as hell don't. We'll talk more, Darryl. Or are you actually allowed to talk to me directly? I mean, you can pick up a camera and say, John, let's talk. Holy crap, man. You're getting too full of yourself with too many damn followers. I get very few of them, and they don't even respond to me half the time. And you're bitching about these things? Oh, man, we powerless over people, places, things, and events. That definitely includes you, too. I'll talk at you later. One of these eventualities.